Hey, boys and girls, welcome to Laugh Through the Turbulence, a New York Jets podcast. It's just going to be John today. That's me. Monty and Adnan, they actually have work. I don't have work right now, so why not just go over it? So anyway, there's some stuff going on with David Bakhtiari, and I thought that was just kind of interesting to kind of just talk about it a little bit with you guys because, why not? It's President's Day. Most of you guys aren't doing anything anyway, so just why not, right? Just talk about it. So basically, the rumor mill is out there that he's going to get cut by the Packers, which is, I guess, not a surprise considering his cap hit this year is just going to be astronomical for him. So they got to basically cut bait with him. And plus, he's only played a handful of games the past 3 years due to a lot of injuries that he's had, 5 surgeries in total. And basically, the question is Joe Douglas going to pull the trigger on this guy? And honestly, I don't really know what the best situation is right now. You need tackle help. There's no question about it. And this guy is an injury risk waiting to happen. But yet again, so was Becton, and he played 16 out of 17 games last year. So maybe there's some value there to get him for stupid cheap, right? You got to think about the contract for a high-end tackle. Typically, it's going to be upwards in the 15+ mil range. Bach has already made his bones in this league. He's made a lot of money, and he's probably just ring chasing at this moment since he doesn't have a ring. He misses his buddy Aaron. He was boys with Aaron. Remember a couple years ago, they were both at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Bach could chug beers like a motherfucker, and Rodgers, well, he really couldn't. He's not really a beer drinker, but David Bakhtiari looks like a man who could drink beer. That is a fact. But right now I'm just going to show you guys the PFF grades on this guy because, some of you guys don't have it. So why not share it, right? Basically in the last 3 years, he's really given up just 10 hurries at best. And that's over the course of like about 372 snaps. It's pretty good. That's passing snaps. And obviously the year before in 2020, which was, I guess, his all pro year, about 446 pass blocking snaps, 9 pressures, 1 sack. That's pretty good. Look, Joe Douglas, if you're listening to this podcast, which you probably are not because, I don't know, you're probably just doing something else. But you can get this guy for $5 million cheap and then have some other options at tackle to compete and not have to rely on David Bakhtiari basically playing the whole season. By all means, pull the trigger on it. If you could pair up David with like ABT as an option, although he should probably stay put at guard. And maybe like a guy in the draft like Fuaga or Fashanu, alt would be a dream, but obviously probably not going to happen. And then maybe one other free agent that's like pretty solid. I say do it. Why not? But the problem is, this guy is always injured, which fans are going to freak out about. But, Becton went into the last season, 2 years, hadn't played a full game. And he made it out, mixed results, no question. He was sometimes great. He was sometimes the worst thing we've ever seen at play left tackle. So if you're listening, Joe Douglas, I say pull the trigger. Nothing more than $5 million, 1 year, maybe 8 for 2. I think I'd go with that. Because look at this guy. This guy freaking plays. He's a stud. He's potentially best in the league. And you need high-end talent at value. That's the whole thing about constructing a team. It's in a salary cap league. You need to find value. You can find value on this. By all means, go for it. Just don't depend on it. Anyway, so I guess we're live. Got really not much else going on. Go Jets, I guess. All right. Anyway, as we always like to say at the end of the show, fuck the Patriots, fuck the Dolphins, fuck the Bills, go Jets.